Hey y'all, hey, it's your girl Morgan Renee. Look, I enjoy reading to y'all about putting y'all on game to some herbs. 2025, I'm coming heavy. I'm getting back into my bag as far as studying more, taking less time to be on here fooling with y'all and scrolling, and more time studying because I garden and stuff, but I need to know more about herbs. I would love to grow things, but I'll always be knowing all the ins and outs. So I done had this book for a while. So the last time I read to y'all, it was about cayenne pepper. I'm just about to randomly flip to one, and we're gonna learn about this herb, this plant. Devil's claw. All right, let's learn about it. Never even heard of this herb. Look at this. It looks like what I'm trying to say. Not yucca. One of them, what do they call them? Tubers. It looks like one of them tubers type plants. And then they got another little picture. All right, so let's get into it. Devil's claw. During the rainy season, and this book is The Guide to Medicinal Herbs, the World's Most Effective Healing Plants, by a bunch of people and forwards and all this and that. But I guess National Geographic funded this or had some backing behind this. I don't know. All right, Devil's Claw. Now, I don't know all the correct pronunciation, so bear with me. We got Herapagophytum procumbens. I guess is the professional name for it. All right, during the rainy season, profusions of trumpet-shaped violet red flowers, right here, trumpet-shaped violet red flowers cover the stems of Herapagophytum procumbens, a trailing perennial native to desert landscapes of southern Africa. Each flower lasts only a day and is soon transformed into a formidable fruit armed with long spines. Okay, let me show you. So that's the fruit. The flower. It only lasts for a day, and then it has these coming out of it. Okay. So it says each flower lasts only a day and is soon transformed into a formidable fruit armed with long spines. The spines, in turn, are tipped with hooked thorns sharp enough to slice through clothing. They look sharp. They look very sharp. Okay. Devil's claw. Oh, maybe that's why it's called that. The spines, in turn, are tipped with hooked thorns sharp enough to slice through clothing. These fruits are they're a fruit. These fruits are the source of the plant's common name, devil's claw. Yet it is the roots of devil's claw rather than its peculiar fruits that are used in herbal medicine. So that's the thing with some of these herbs too. Not the full plant sometimes is used. The things that we see grow on the outside, sometimes the underneath, the roots of it is what is effective in herbal medicine. Peace, Toya got a shot. So, indigenous tribes in southern Africa, such as the Khoikhoi of the Kalahari Desert, have used devil's claw as a healing herb for perhaps thousands of years. Among these tribes, devil's claw preparations have been taken internally to treat gastrointestinal problems, reduce fever, calm allergic reactions, and ease migraines. Externally, the herb has been used to treat sores, ulcers, and boils. Up until the early 1900s, devil's claw was unknown in Western medicine. In the early 1900s, a South African farmer interested in the region's native plants noted local tribes using preparations of the dried roots of devil's claw to treat various ailments. Let me show you again what it's looking like. Okay. Impressed by the results, the farmer began promoting a tea made from the plant's roots. Word reached Europe of this healing plant, and soon devil's claw was being used there to reduce pain and inflammation, ease heartburn, and restore appetite. In modern herbal medicine, devil's claw is a respected treatment for relieving the pain and inflammation of degenerative joint diseases such as osteoarthritis. Use of the devil's claw to relieve arthritis-related pain is widespread in Europe and growing in the U.S. Short-term treatment may be as effective as some non-steroidal anti-inflammatory medications such as ibuprofen, and may allow reduced use of these medications. There is some indication that devil's claw may slow arthritis-related symptoms. The herb is also used to treat fibromyalgia and back pain, to relieve headaches, upset stomachs, stomach upsets, allergies, and fever, and to stimulate appetite. Now, when we last was learning about cayenne pepper in the same book, it stated that the capsaicin cream, which is the active ingredient that I think gives the cayenne its spice, a cream for that also helps with osteoarthritis and arthritis in general. So that's good to know. So as I'll be studying, when I'm in my notebook and stuff, I'll be keeping notes of things like that. What are things good for specifically? So when it's time to refer back to, arthritis or whatever, I can go and look and see which plethora of herbs might help ease an ailment, right? Okay, so then it gives us a little timeline on the bottom. So it said the fruits of devil's claw are its namesake, but its fleshy roots are the source of compounds to ease arthritis pain. So you got CA 1907. I don't know what CA means. Like AD, BC, I don't know what CA is. So South African G.H. Mernert witnesses the use of devil's claw by indigenous tribes. In 1970s, trade in devil's claw for the herbal market begins in South Africa. In 1997, German drug firm propagates the H. Procumin's high-quality variety in Namibia. And in 2001, devil's claw sales in Germany hit 74% of rheumatism prescriptions. Wow. Okay. All right, next page. Y'all a look at this devil's claw again before we move on. That's the flower it come out of. The roots is what is used for the medicine. Okay. Let's see what's next. Alright, make sure I ain't skipping no pages. Alright, so it says, if you wish to see devil's claw, your best opportunity is a safari to the Kalahari Desert in southwestern Africa. There are only 2 species of Herapagophytum, H. procumens and H. zaheri. Devil's claw's life force is concentrated in a large carrot-like central taproot and secondary tuberous roots. Each year, as the scant rainy season begins, creeping stems sprout from the perennial roots. The plant's leaves are irregularly lobed and grayish-green in color. The flowers are tubular, deep violet to yellow with lighter throats. The plant part that receives greatest attention is the dry, woody fruit capsules, some 6 inches long, with protruding arms protected by back-curved hook spines that look like grappling hooks. This part is responsible for the names devil's claw and grapple plant. These parts, which hold the seeds, also serve as a seed dispersal mechanism, reaching out to hitch a ride on passing animals. Okay. Growing habits. The 2 species of devil's claw are restricted to Angola, Botswana, Mozambique, Namibia, South Africa, Zambia, and Zimbabwe. Namibia is the largest supplier, followed by Botswana and South Africa. H. zaheri is found in areas that receive higher rainfall. Devil's claw seem to do best in deep, free-draining soils. Typically, it will grow in clump populations, but the distribution is spotty even within the plant's predictable habitat. Commercial export of the root began in Namibia and Botswana in 1962. Only H. procumens was used in herbal medicine until 2003 when H. zaheri was registered for use in Europe. So cultivation and harvesting. You are likely to see devil's claw coming to an herb garden near you. Virtually the entire world's supply is wild harvested. Namibia is the largest producer, exporting some 1,000 metric tons of the dried roots. The secondary tubers are usually harvested while the primary taproot is left in the ground. Concern has arisen over the plant's future. Provincial governments in South Africa, as well as regional working groups, are surveying the plant's distribution and determining guidelines for suitable harvest. In the province of Northwest in South Africa, the Northwest Department of Agriculture, Conservation and Environment recently instituted the Devil's Claw Harvesting Project. It serves as a model for a sustainable harvest, allowing Africans in rural villages to earn income from harvesting Devil's Claw root, while at the same time developing management controls to ensure sustainable supplies in the future. So some therapeutic uses for arthritis or back pain. Less known than other herbal analgesics. Hold on now, because they got a little dictionary in the back and they got this word highlighted, so it must be in the dictionary because I darn near can't pronounce it. Okay, what is it? Analgesics. Let's see. Analgesic is a medication used to relieve pain. Okay. So less known than other herbal analgesics, devil's claw has been used in the southern part of the African continent for centuries to ease pain, as well as to lower fevers and stimulate digestion. The root and secondary tubers are bitter to the taste. Most of these herbs are bitter, especially the roots. Most of them are pretty bitter. But the shit that don't taste good be good for us. We so addicted to sugar and shit and salt and red dye 40 that the natural stuff that's actually good for us and gonna cure some ailments, they don't oftentimes taste that great. So it says the root are bitter to the taste, and these bitter compounds stimulate the body to secrete more saliva and digestive juices, enhancing digestion and easing gas and bloating. Research has focused primarily on the use of devil's claw for relieving pain and has confirmed the herb's potent anti-inflammatory activity. One of the key compounds in devil's claw is harpagoside, a glycoside that inhibits chemicals in the body involved in generating inflammation and pain. Let's look up what a glycoside is. Yeah, because I'm not into the science like that. So a glycoside is a product of secondary metabolism in plants. Glycosides break down into two parts: the glycone component, or sugar, and the non-sugar, or aglycone component. Excuse me. The therapeutically active constituent is the aglycone, which can selectively affect a particular organ in the body. Glycosides include some of the most effective plant drugs, but some plants containing them are highly toxic. Okay, keep that in mind. All right, so it said a glycoside that inhibits chemicals in the body involved in generating inflammation and pain. So many human clinical studies have examined the effectiveness of devil's claw for alleviating arthritis and back pain. 3 high-quality clinical trials found strong evidence that devil's claw relieves back pain. I don't like the name, though. I get why they call it that, because of how the root look. But I don't be want to put nothing in me on me that it's called devil's claw. I have to switch it up. Or just use the, like I said, when we read about cayenne peppers in this book, the capsaicin cream. That's just as good for arthritis, so. Or, hold on. My good sis Tamar, Blessed Bath by Tamar out here in Jacksonville, Florida. She sells a muscle relief massage oil. So it has like all natural ingredients. She got sweet almond oil, grapeseed, coconut, olive, eucalyptus, lavender, rosemary. And then rosemary is the next herb after this devil's claw. So it's all types of herbs out there that can fix similar ailments or ease similar pain. So if you, because this sounds like it's just, like I said, out of South Africa and Germany got a hold of, and all this and that. It said that it's not even really over here in the West, because I've never even heard of this. So if this isn't even something you could get your hands on readily, just know there are other herbs and substitutions. All right, let me hurry up so I can get my day, get the Uber driver and these folk. All right, many human clinical studies have examined the effectiveness of devil's claw for alleviating arthritis and back pain. 3 high-quality clinical trials found strong evidence that devil's claw relieves back pain, with one trial finding it as effective as the prescription drug oh my God, who be coming up with these names? Prescription drug Rofecoxib. Baby, now I can read, but damn it, Rofecoxib. Rofecoxib. Hold on, we gotta put this on the Google with the voice, cause y'all not gonna trip me up this morning. Rofecoxib. How you say that? Rofecoxib, because yeah, the X be like a Z sometimes. Let me do pronunciation. Google, you know I want you to pronounce this for me. Stop playing. Okay, y'all ready? So volume up.
Running a small business?
Why you gotta play a commercial? Just
create your invoices at skynova.com. Easy, but professional.
Rofecoxib.
What? Say it again.
Rofecoxib.
Rofecoxib. I don't know who they had doing this pronunciation, but I don't like it. Rofecoxib. All right. So with one trial finding it as effective as the prescription drug Rofecoxib or Vioxx with no significant side effects, research studies have also confirmed that Devil's Claw is effective for relieving the pain of osteoarthritis of the hips and knees, averaging a 35% improvement after 8 weeks of treatment. That's nice. All right. How to use. So you could put it in a tea. You could simmer 1 teaspoon in 1 cup of water for 10 minutes, strain, and drink 2 to 3 times a day. You could use capsules or tablets, 1,200 to 2,400 milligrams of Devil's Claw per day, providing 50 to 100 milligrams harpagicide per day, taken in 2 to 3 divided doses. It is best to purchase Devil's Claw as a standardized extract. Most studies have found that for optimal pain relief, a product should provide 50 to 100 milligrams of harpagicide per day. You can take it as a tincture, generally 3 to 5 milliliters, 2 to 3 times a day, or follow instructions on the product. Then they have a note. Devil's Claw stimulates the production of stomach acid. Those who suffer from heartburn or from peptic ulcers should avoid using it. And then they got some precautions. While safety reviews have shown that Devil's Claw appears to be very well tolerated when taken alone, it can nevertheless interact with some medications. Those taking the anticoagulant Coumadin should not use Devil's Claw. Those using antidepressants or relying on proton pump inhibitors to suppress heartburn should check with a healthcare professional before using Devil's Claw. Devil's Claw should not be taken during pregnancy as it may possibly stimulate uterine contractions. Oh my. Okay, so then we got an over-the-kitchen counter Devil's Claw tea. You can combine half to 1 teaspoon of dried crushed Devil's Claw rhizome with 1 teaspoon of celery seed, not celery salt, celery seed. It says that. Celery not celery salt. Add 1 cup of boiling water and let steep for 15 minutes. Strain into a cup. Drink 1 to 2 cups a day for 1 month. Keep a daily journal during this time. And if you suffer from osteoarthritis, record any changes in arthritis pain. Avoid if pregnant or if you suffer from heartburn or gastroesophageal reflux disease or gastrointestinal ulcers. All right. So these are the flowers of it. And this is the actual herb that grows underneath the flowers. Okay, Devil's Claw, I learned something new today. It's an herb I never heard of before. Didn't know anything about it. So thank y'all for tuning in. I'm going to probably likely upload these to my YouTube. Or you can also follow my storytime _ more on my Instagram page. I'm collaborated with this video. But thank y'all for tuning in. And yeah, let's get our herb knowledge up. Peace. Have a good day.